All right. In the midst of a heat wave, which has a few thunderstorms thrown in, dust storms thrown in, I'm missing Amrita Raichand's company in studio. For those of you listening on audio, this is happening online. What's up? And
Hello,
when am I going to have the pleasure of your company in studio again?
next week. I promise you I'll be there. I know I'm really missing being there. This is just not the same.
Listen, this has been crazy. The reason I referred to the heat wave at the top, all of you, you're still listening to Beyond the Plate, not some Weather Bureau report. It's a show that has Chef Amrita Raichand and myself, Hrishi K. And I'm so glad that you're back tuned in to your favorite place. Is because we've been having this crazy heat wave in the west of India. This is the hottest summer we've had in Mumbai city and the adjoining districts for the last 10 years. And the bad news is it's not going to get better. The Indian Meteorological Department, with which we are in regular touch with because we disseminate this kind of news, says that it's just going to get hotter and hotter, and we're going to see temperatures inching upwards of 40 degrees plus. So what are the options we have, Amrita?
One, let's run away to the hills or to cooler weather. In fact, my in-laws have gone off to our favorite Kunur, leaving us behind. Not too happy about it. And the second, of course, is to look after yourself, tackle the summer heat through the right intake of food and beverages. Because trust me, Rishi, it is so easy to fall sick and fall prey to the wrong food and beverages in this weather when you're, kind of irritated, when you're just, grappling with a million things that are going on, and then you have this heat to, to handle. So fortunately, I'm here to everyone's rescue, and thanks to our rich culinary heritage, which provides us with an array of foods and drinks. They not only help us to beat the heat, but also keep us nourished and refreshed. Now, today, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how we can tweak our food habits and take advantage of some of our best summer foods and drinks that can help us maintain our energy levels and, of course, beat the heat. So let's start with drinks first. As we all know, we've in fact discussed this in a couple of our episodes of Beyond the Plate, how important hydration is. With the rise in temperature in our surroundings, our internal body temperature also rises, Rishi. And as a result, this leads to dehydration, which in turn leads to depletion of essential fluids, essential nutrients from our body. Unfortunately, the natural tendency is to reach out for packaged juices, aerated waters. Frankly, that's where the problem comes in. You end up intaking empty calories, and which have added flavors, added sugars.
There are lots of people who turn around and say, let me use a juicer, blender, have fresh fruit juice at home.
Yeah.
The other end of the spectrum is people who say, forget the fruit juice, eat the fruit whole. There are also all these examples going online about watermelon fruit versus watermelon juice. I wonder if you'd like to give us an example and whether the verdict is out on that.
I will, and that's what I want to discuss. I want to discuss many refreshing natural drinks that we can go for instead of opting for things that are available online and off the shelf, which are really not good for us. I'm glad you brought about this juice topic. A lot of people think just having a fresh juice at home is very, very healthy. Well, to some extent, it might be healthy, but one doesn't realize that when you make a juice out of a fruit, you don't use just one of it or a little of it, right? For example, in orange juice, you're going to use at least 3 to 4 oranges to make that juice. And very often than not, most people strain it of its good, amazing fiber. So what are you left with? You're left with pure fructose, which is just not good for us. I'd rather you eat that whole orange. I'd rather you eat 2 big slices of watermelon and chomp away on the fiber rather than just taking the mickey out of it and turning it into a juice. So people will say, okay, you've taken juices out, so what the hell do we drink? I'll give you options. I'm always here with great options. Water, the elixir of life. And yes, you all will be like, oh my God, it's so boring. You can't keep having water, da da da. You remember, Rishi, I had shown people how to do a nice infused water. Summer is the best time to have a nice big bottle, a big jar of water, which is infused with fresh herbs, with mint, with lemons, with mandarins, with a lot of chia seeds or even sabja that you get very, very easily in India, these are so refreshing, and plain water turns into something which is so inviting. Then we have nature's own electrolyte drink, which is coconut water. And now, you can get it in all these quick orders. Within 15 minutes, it gets delivered to your home. You don't have to go looking for nariyal pani wala bhaiyas, which will take a lot of time and energy out of you. Of course, buttermilk. Buttermilk is an age-old remedy to beat the heat. Since eons we've been having it, but somehow we don't give it the attention it deserves. I've made flavorful, wonderful chas, and they're all up on my YouTube channel. If you want, check them out. Apart from this, I also have an entire playlist, Hrishi, of so many healthy smoothies, juices, not just juices the way they are not supposed to be had. There are much healthier options like those made with ice apples, targola it's called. It's very much in season. Even with watermelon, you can turn it into a granita and have it. If you're looking for refreshing different ideas with drinks, I have an entire playlist dedicated to it. Even with sattu, the popular sattu, you just add it to buttermilk or just add some lemon and some salt and some chilled water. It turns into a really refreshing drink that helps you beat the heat.
Thought just came through my mind. I mean, these drinks are fantastic. They are delightfully tasty. Some are tangy, some are sweet. All of them are full of fiber and vitamins. Nobody can argue with that. But what the average dietitian and nutritionist would ask you is, where and how are you going to get the nutrients? Where and how is the body going to get the minerals that we need so vitally in this kind of weather? So what is your rebuttal to that? What kind of food should we add on to these summer drinks that you've already provided a list of?
In addition to these healthy drinks, we need to replenish our bodies through mindful dietary choices to keep our immunity intact and to stay energized. So let's begin with cooling fruits and vegetables. And nothing can be better than summer for an array of the same. It's like God has planned natural candy for us in the hope to keep us hydrated and happy despite the scorching heat. In fact, one of the most hydrating summer foods is the luscious, refreshing watermelon. Besides being delicious, the attractive red color is thanks to that concentrated supply of lycopene, Hrishi, which is a powerful antioxidant with many health benefits, including sun protection, improved heart health, etc. Mangoes and jackfruit, we've covered an entire episode each on the two. They are so full of nutrients, and they are so wonderful in taste as well. So let's not deny ourselves that. And things like cucumbers, tomatoes, these have high percentage of water. And what's nice about them is that they make for great snacks too. So please try and reach out for it as often as you can. In fact, all seasonal fruits and vegetables, and especially leafy greens, should be consumed in high quantities as they are very, very rich in vitamin C, which enhances iron absorption and in turn improves the immunity of the body, which we definitely need right now. Now, when it comes to meals, what do we need to focus on? Cold soups, light, refreshing meals that are easy to digest, with lighter proteins like grilled chicken, fish, eggs, tofu, legumes, rather than, going for red meat or processed food or too much fried food, especially from outside, because, they are much harder to digest and they make you really, really sluggish through the day. When it comes to grains, try and consume more whole grains than those that are refined. So we're talking quinoa, we're talking whole wheat, brown rice, dalia, ragi, really all the millets in this category. Probiotics, the more spoken about probiotics, the less it is, especially in this season. Yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, all of these are so essential. Have it as a snack, add them to your salads, add them, as a little side to your meals, but you must add them because they're really important for your gut health and again, to boost immunity. Last but not the least, a refreshing salad. Now that, Hrishi, a healthy drink cannot be a meal replacement, but a healthy salad can definitely be so. Lots of herbs in it. Of course, you have to be very mindful that it's hygienically prepared, it's washed very, very well. And then you throw in all those seasonal vegetables, green leaves, lots of vitamin C in the form of lemon. And what you have is something which is refreshing, which is cooling, and something that you're okay to replace a meal with. What do you think?
I think this sounds absolutely great. Now, onward ho to the execution. The Ask Amrita section comes at the end of the show, 9833943943. The last three digits are our frequency, 94.3, 9833 943 943. Ask a question about nutrition, food, diet, recipes, food history, along with your name. And Amrita will answer at the end of the show. 8:15 to 9 a.m. Mumbai, Delhi, Bengaluru, Chennai. Those are our four cities. Every Monday we come to you beyond the plate. 48 hours later, Wednesday, on the Radio 1 International YouTube channel, you see a full video episode. There's a wonderful recipe of the week that Amrita films in her home studio kitchen. And that recipe of the week, which you hear on the radio, shall be on Instagram too, at 94.3 Radio 1 India and at Amrita Raichand. For some fantastic recipes, great playlists, go to Chef and Beyond, which is Amrita's YouTube channel. All right, I imagine our recipe of the week includes all the amazing things that you've talked about in terms of nutrients and vitamins and, those kind of foods. What is it going to be?
Like I said, had to be a salad since I spoke so much about it. And believe it or not, I have been having so many salads, Hrishi, because even a foodie like me is really not feeling like eating a proper meal. But this salad that I'm going to give you can totally, be something that you can have, stay full, feel good about it, and stay full not just for the moment, but for a longer period of time. So this is a Mexican summer salad. It has wonderful ingredients. Of course, salad is something, Hrishi, you can always play according to your preferences. If you don't like one ingredient, just take it out, add something else, add some fruit to it. And, you can just bring together anything that makes you feel good. So I'll tell you what makes me feel good in this particular salad. I've got 2 years of corn on the cob, and what I do is I char it for that delicious taste. And corn is again very, it's a whole grain, but it has so much fiber and so many minerals that it's really good for us. Okay. Now, onion, did you know that onion also has great cooling properties and can actually protect you against sunstroke? So throw in some onions. Throw in some English cucumbers, some red and yellow bell peppers. Again, these are full of antioxidants. Then some cherry tomatoes, some kidney beans, high protein, but lean protein, like we spoke about earlier. Boil them, drain them, and use them. A nice head of romaine lettuce. I like to add an avocado. Now, this provides that healthy fat, which also keeps you full for longer. Then throw in some olives. And for toppings, I have some crunchy nachos. Now, the dressing of this, Hrishi, this particular salad is really amazing because the base is a green salsa, which is made with fresh coriander leaves, nice green tomatoes, some jalapenos for that little kick of spice, some garlic cloves, and then you kind of grind it to make a nice desi chutney, so to speak, right? It's a salsa. This you can have on its own. You can have it just as a snack, and you can make it into sauces as well. But here, to make it as a dressing, what I've done is I've added a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of hung curd, and when you whisk it, you get this beautiful chili lime dressing. Just drizzle this entire ensemble of veggies that I spoke about, and you have a refreshing Mexican salad.
Voila, something that will keep the temperature down in these trying and testing days of summer. The Ask Amrita section is Aditi Singh. Amrita, what's your secret ingredient or technique for making the creamiest mac and cheese?
Just when we spoke about not having too many refined food, well, that was something I shared for the No Diet Day, and I did get a lot of great feedback on it. People loved it. I will tell you what makes my mac and cheese really super amazing, Aditi. First things first, you cannot overcook the pasta. Most people go wrong there. They overcook the pasta. Secondly, you cannot throw away the entire lot of the pasta water. That little addition of pasta water to the sauce adds the much needed starchiness and creaminess. Then, of course, it's the quality of cheeses that you use. I highly recommend using the best types of cheese. So in a mac and cheese, I've said that earlier, but I'll quickly go through it again. You have to have 3 types of cheeses. One which is stringy, so ideally a nice fresh mozzarella. One which adds a lot of flavor, so a Gruyere or a nice sharp cheddar, that'll do the magic. And third is Parmesan, which is on top, which gives you that lovely crust. So, just use these 3 types of cheeses and the other tricks that I've just told you, and you will have a creamy and delicious mac and cheese.
I do not doubt that. Amrita and myself will be back next week. Till then, enjoy all the wonderful recipes she's given you, and think and contemplate on the kind of juices and liquids and fruits and vegetables that she's asked you to have this particular summer, and you will have a fiesta. Thanks very much. Bye, and see you next time.
Bye, guys. Handle the heat with care. Lots of love.
94.3
One world, your station.
Radio 1.